Welcome back, guys. Divine Essence Tarot. So tonight we're going to take a look at Virgo. All right. And just really whatever should come out. All right. See how your energy is. And if anything or anyone should pop out, let's just pull it and start pulling the layers and see what's going on. Right. We'll start with the oracles. The What's the Tea Oracle, and that'll give us a little preview, and then we'll dig right into the tarot. Now, I do have a TikTok. You guys can find that information over in my bio, right there. You see it, and you can visit me there. I would love to have you. Let's dig right in. Spirit guides, angels, divine ancestors, please shine a light on what I need to see for my Virgos. Guys, I don't know if you know, but I have my moon is in Virgo. Okay, so I'm a Virgo moon. All right, just throwing it out there. Okay, now let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see what we have, Virgo. Fake flexing, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, and shows off. Who is this? Who is this person? Is this somebody that it could be someone that you're currently dealing with. It could be a past person, like your ex, or yeah, I feel like it's one of those, really. I'm getting that. So whoever this is, they pretend that they have more than what they actually do, just to make themselves feel better. You know, they use money and material things for attention, to get the ladies, or, you know, some people are like sugar mamas, sugar daddies, you know what I mean? And they use what they have to lure people in, to feel accepted, things like that. But actually, they don't even got it like that. You know, this is one of those people that you'll see them driving a car and you think it's theirs, and really it's their mother's or their cousins or, you know, their friends, or, you know, a female or somebody else's car. But yeah, this person likes to fake flex. And I'm just getting that really deep down they're insecure. And this is why they do that. They have insecurities. They have self-esteem issues, which is why they don't feel like they're enough. Just them. They're not enough. They have to, you know, put on a facade, and they have to create this illusion for people. Keeping up with the Joneses is what I just heard. I don't say that. I don't usually have that saying in my head, but my guides, my spirit guides, my team, they throw messages at me and I hear them. So this person likes to keep up with the Joneses. Tell me more. Marrying for money. Okay, some people could be. Some of you out there are doing that. You know, you could have a little situation, a setup. It could be in India, it could be in Africa, where you're just marrying to get your papers, or marrying to get a check. You know, that could be a thing. Absolutely. I remember. Yes, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my life. Yes, because I dig in y'all's information all the time. I'm very nosy. So you get a little piece of what I got going. Years ago, I had a friend that was from Israel, and they wanted me to to marry them. And, you know, they were going to pay me, of course. But I had to move all the way to Israel and for a certain amount of time. And then I had to move back to the States for a while and live with them. And I was just like, this is too much. I don't care what amount. This is just, the whole process was just too much. But some of you, you know, you're like, fuck it, I'll do it. like, I have nothing to lose here. You know what I mean? I'm going to get some money out of it. It's a check. Times is rough, and I'm going to do this thing. Tell me more, Spirit. Now, the messages are not for everybody. So my messages, when I pull energy, this is a general reading. You know how many people out there are watching this? So it's not going to be your situation, every single thing that I'm saying. But where it resonates, take it. And where it doesn't, let it go. Let it be for someone else. Jackpot, it says. Winning money, got rich, inheritance, and unexpected money. Okay? Some of you like to go to that casino. Okay? Some of you like to gamble, and either you already hit or you're gonna hit. And then I see some of y'all, my Virgos, you like to do the scratch offs. I used to do it, but I didn't have that much luck. I probably hit some, once in a while, but some people are really lucky with it. Some of you like that, and you'll be winning some money soon. You could be getting an inheritance. Somebody could have passed away, and if so, my condolences, and you're expecting some money soon. But I just see that if it's not that, you're just doing really well in your finances. Like, your money is doing real good. You're doing well at work. You could be receiving a bonus at work, or maybe a promotion. Okay. Unexpected check in the mail. It happens. It happened to me before, so I know it happens. So tell me more, Spirit. On the bottom of the deck, we have happiness hater. Somebody's hating on you, Virgo. Now listen, you see how there's 3 people on the card. So obviously this is someone that you left in the past. Hello? You left this person in the past. This is an ex. This is someone who you're in no contact with. You've already moved on from this individual. You could be, Virgo, in a connection with a whole new person. And this person, the ex, knows about it. They could watch you on social media, either you guys are still friends on social media, or if not, if you have this person blocked, they made a whole fake account just so they could watch you. Yes, they did. And for some of you, you live in the same town, same area, so they see you out and about with this person. And they don't say anything, they don't approach you, but they're watching, okay? And you see how it's like shadows, right? So they're watching from the shadows. For some of you, you don't even know that they know that you have moved on and you're with someone new. And they see you happy. And the thing about it is, when it says happiness hater, of course, they don't like the fact that you're happy and you have moved on with someone else. They wanted that. They wanted to be happy with you. So, of course, they're going to hate on it. They don't want to see you kissing and loving and booed up with somebody else. Of course not. Okay? All of you are not in a new connection. Some of you are. Let's go into the tarot. Let's see what we got. Okay? Guys, let's take a look. I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to eat because, listen, she's fading away. I had the longest day ever today, guys. The longest day. Spirit, please show me, who is this person that Virgo is thinking about? Who is this person? Who is this? Oh, wow. 4 of Wands. This person made you very happy at one point. Look, 4 of Wands represents a twin flame connection. So this could have been someone who, you went through hell and high waters with this person. I mean, you guys, it was very intense. That's what twin flame connections are. Extremely intense, fiery, ups and downs, hot and cold. The love is there. The attraction is there. The chemistry is amazing. But you guys still like bicker and fight and bump heads. It's just all over the place. It's wild. I had a twin flame connection, so I know. So whoever this is, you did have that with them. This is someone who, if you're not in connection with them, you could feel them thinking about you. That's how intense this is. It's like you could feel them thinking about you. You could feel them yearning for you, longing for you. And meanwhile, being it's a twin connection, you feel the same way. So while you're wanting to talk to them, they're also somewhere wanting to talk to you. You feel each other on a deep, like extremely deep level. And not only that, you and this person were divinely put together so to cross each other's paths so that you could learn a lesson from each other. Now, the thing with twin flames is someone gets the lesson before the other. Okay, so you guys are not going to get whatever you were supposed to learn at the same time. And usually the person that gets the lesson moves on with their life. And they have to move forward because that other person, they're not getting the lesson. They're repeating the same cycles. They're not healing themselves. They're not healing old wounds and traumas, but one person does. So Virgo, you could be the one that has done the healing and this person is still stuck. But I see that this person definitely made you happy. And again, with all these, I don't know if you see it, there's butterflies all around these two characters. This is a couple, okay? And all around them, there's these butterflies. So it shows that you were meant to meet them so that you could transform and elevate. You understand? And with that sun, and I'm just getting a lot of warmth. This person made you feel at home. They made you feel, you could have lived together for some of you. You could have actually lived together or even been married for some of you, okay? But yeah, this is definitely a solid foundation. You felt like this was your person. Tell me more, Spirit. Queen of Pentacles. So whoever this individual is, Pentacles represent earth energy. And of course, that is your element, earth, as a Virgo. And so this, I feel, is your person here. They could also have earth in their chart. They could be a Taurus. They could be a Virgo like you, or a Capricorn. But this is an individual who is definitely mature. There's no gender in tarot. So even though it comes out as a queen, that could also be king. You understand? Just flip the energy. But this is somebody who, they were good with their money. They made good money. They knew how to grow money. And they were very abundant. You know, this was not a bum or a loser. This is somebody who had their head on straight. They had their shit together. You understand? Very, very fertile. And when I say that, I'm looking at, there's a rabbit. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a rabbit over here. So rabbits represent fertility. And I just feel that whether this was a female or a male, this is someone who you felt you could grow with. You felt like there was potential for growth. And you felt that this person was on the same page with you. All right? This individual, they went through a lot. I see in their life, there's a lot of hills and mountains. But it made them mature very early, and they were very wise. Whoever this is a wise person. It's not like you were dealing with a dummy, Virgo. I see that they were highly intelligent, you know, and someone who, very earthy. They like to go out and be in the wild and be in nature also. Whoever this is, they could like to go fishing. They could like to take hikes, you know, walk trails, things like that. They could like to canoe or be on a boat, or, you know, things like this. They're very earthy. They like to be outside. Now, what was the obstacle here? What was the obstacle with Virgo and the person that they're thinking about? What was the obstacle, Spirit? The Chariot. Okay. Let me see a little bit more. This is the Chariot here. Tell me more, Spirit. The Judgment reversed. So I'm going to show you in the upright so you can take a look at it. This is the Judgment. It came upside down, which is reversed. So what I'm seeing is the obstacle here was that this person, they could have came in and wanted to move things along too quickly. They could have been rushing the relationship. They could have been, you know, for example, you just met them not too long ago, and all of a sudden they're already, you know, calling you baby, you know, very quickly. They're calling you baby mama, baby father, you know, like really rushing through. You didn't even know this person well enough before they were already giving you nicknames and maybe wanting to introduce you to their family or their kids, and just rushing through things. Also, so that's one scenario. What I see too with this Chariot, it could be that this person lived long distance and they had to travel so far. And that was one of the obstacles, the distance between, the physical distance that you had between each other. Another thing is that you guys could have been opposites. I'm looking at the horses on this card. One is white, one is black. So there was some type of difference between you guys. Could have been an age difference, could have been status, you know, it could have been money, it could have been anything really. It could have been spirituality. One of you was into spirituality while the other one wasn't, you know, but I see there was a difference between you guys, and that was one of the obstacles as well. Another thing now with this Judgment, you see on this card, the character's naked, right? This came reversed. So it shows that this person, they were not vulnerable with you. They couldn't let their walls down, is what I'm getting. And the fact is that they didn't want to show their true self. They didn't want to show you who they really are. So they could have came in, Virgo, and wore a mask the whole time. And you never really knew who this person was because they didn't show you who they were, who they really were in the beginning. You could have had to find out who they were through their mistakes, you know, and that's what, you know, at the end of the relationship, you found out who they were, but by then it's too late, right? You want to know who you're dealing with from the from the jump, and I feel like this person didn't give you that. No, instead they hid and they wore a mask, and they also had armor on. They didn't want. I'm getting a very you could have felt rejected, is what I just heard too. You could have felt rejected by this person. So that could be one of the obstacles. That instead of embracing you, embracing your love, and embracing what you were trying to offer to them, which is a genuine connection, this person instead, they rejected it. They came off like they didn't want it. What is this person's intention right now? What is this person's intention with Virgo? What is their intention? Okay, 9 of Pentacles. All right. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. You know what it is? This person could also have fire in their chart, because this is the King of Wands. Wands represent fire, and that's Aries, Leo, Sag. And I'm just seeing that this person, I feel that they want to be single. Their intention is to remain single, because if you look at this card here, the 9 of Pentacles, this is literally the card that represents independence, being on your own, holding yourself down, just focusing. You see those sunflowers? They're actually not sunflowers. Those are pentacles. There's 9 of them. And the fact that I'm seeing this, it shows that this person is focused on their money right now. They're focused on their own abundance, and they could be chasing their own goals when it comes to finances and their business. They could be trying to start a business, or if not that, they're just working a lot. Like they're focused on work right now. Their intention is to remain solo. They don't want to be tied down. They want the freedom to come and go as they please. And their focus is not on love right now. You need to know that. And then we have that they're coming out as this King of Wands, which came reversed. Now, when it comes reversed like that, it shows, you see that wand that he has in his hand? That represents the male genitalia, okay? And the fact that it came reversed shows that this person thinks with their stick. They think, now, if this is a female, because it could be a female that I'm talking about for some of you, then they think with their vajayjay, okay, with their box. Now, well, they think with their flower, all right? That's what they think. They don't think with their head. They're more focused on passion, because the wands represent passion and, you know, sex, and I feel like that's what drives this person. In the reverse, this is someone who not only do they want to remain single, but they also want to sleep around. You know, they want to have that freedom to. This could be someone too that was into polygamy, and y'all could have talked about it, and you knew that this person was open to that, to have an open relationship, or to have multiple wives or multiple girlfriends at a time. But yeah, this person just wants to have sex and have it with multiple people. And usually this is the player card here. When this King of Wands comes reversed, that means that this is a player. They like to keep their options open, okay? And just have fun. Very fleeting, nothing serious, very surface, level, okay, Virgo? You need to know that. Okay. What's the advice, Spirit? And we'll wrap it up. What's the advice for Virgo? What's the advice? Wow. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords here. Six of Swords. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. It came reversed, guys. The Six of Swords. Tell me more. Yeah, there's... Okay. So some of you could feel right now that you can't... Like you're stuck. You keep thinking about this person, what happened, what they did to you, how they made you feel, and the fact that you're no longer talking to them, and you're in your head about it. I can see that you can't stop thinking about it. And Spirit is saying, let it go. Let it go. And move forward. You know, there's no point for you to stay stuck on someone who has this kind of energy. Think about it, Virgo. It would only hurt you. Again, if you were hurt in the beginning, you're going to get hurt again. And being this King of Pentacles, now Pentacles represent, again, this is your element, all right? That's Earth. So this is coming reversed. This is how it came out as the advice. They're saying don't give to this. This is something that you don't need to invest in. This is not investable. This is somebody who is, I just heard a lost cause. Oh my God. I don't make it up. I'm just hearing the messages. This person is a lost cause. So being you know that, there's no need for you to put any more energy into thinking about them, wanting them, going after them again. For right now, it looks, I mean, energy changes, but at this time, Spirit is saying move forward. It's best for you to do that. It's best for you to do that, honestly. How does this person feel about Virgo? How does this person feel about Virgo? Well, you're not talking to them. See, the ace came reverse. Ace of swords. So the swords represent communication. And being that it came reverse, it shows that you're not in communication with this person. And they know why. They know why. They also feel that the way you guys ended, there wasn't any clarity in that. So you could have ended this connection, this relationship could have ended badly. It could have ended where you both, it was like open-ended. There was no closure. You understand? And they feel like the communication between you guys, it wasn't clear. There was misunderstandings. I see that you guys had a lot of misunderstandings and a lot of like clashing, arguments. You couldn't get your points across, neither one of you. For whatever reason, the wires always got crossed. Tell me more, Spirit, on how they feel. The lovers. They could be a Gemini or a Libra, whoever this is. Even though they feel this way, they still have a love for you. They feel connected to you. You see that? Look. And the crazy thing is, this connection, like I said in the beginning, it's a twin flame. So this is a very protected, you have your angels and your guides for both of you are watching over the connection. It's like they're rooting for y'all, but it's, for right now, it looks like it's not healthy. It wouldn't be healthy for you to return to it, not now. But this person does love you with this Lover's card. They have a deep love for you. And they love you on the connection that they feel with you is, I just heard, on a spiritual level. It's deeper than just, even though they come off very surface level and like a player and this and that, all the issues that this person has, they do feel you spiritually. So you could have connected spiritually in some way. Maybe you both are spiritual people. Maybe you both, so you see how they're like embracing each other, but it looks like they're looking directly at each other, right? And you had some type of understanding. Even though you had so many misunderstandings, there was an understanding, I see, between you guys. Could have been on a spiritual note. Like, maybe both of you were into the church, or maybe if not the church, you could have just been into you know, esoteric things like tarot or crystals or things like that. And with that sun being there, they realize that you made them very happy. When they think of you, they actually have more positive memories. How warm you were. You were very warm, and you were very kind and giving and very nurturing, and they appreciated that. They really did. It's a shame. I'm getting like a little emotional myself, because it's a shame that they feel this way, but yet I can tell just by looking at the cards that there's a blockage somewhere, you know. There's a blockage, you know. And what's the blockage, Spirit? What's the blockage between Virgo and this person? What's the blockage? Because you both, look, 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, you both want the same thing. You want love. You want your person, your forever person. Look how much potential. This is a card of potential, promise. Look at the rainbow. You both saw the potential, and you still see the potential in this. But what was the blockage, Spirit? The world could have been the distance between you guys. That could have been one of the biggest problems right there. The fact that you couldn't just go down the block and chill with this person. Maybe this person lived on the other side of the world. They could have lived in another country, another state, another city, town. And it was just difficult for you guys to keep in touch or be together. And that could have been the huge obstacle. That even though when you did see each other, it was love. It was like serenity and warmth and happiness, and you enjoyed each other's company, but yet you were so far from it. You could be separated by a body of water. So you could be, you know, there could be an ocean that separates you guys, or a lake or something of that nature. But yeah, listen, guys, I hope that this message has helped you in some way. And if it has, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, comment, let me know how it resonated, if it resonated, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you.